What's up guys, I'm Bear Walker, and today for the Can I Build It series, we're doing a Mortal Kombat inspired board. I hope you enjoy. The board is designed and programmed. We just plugged it into the CNC. For this board I really wanted to have like almost a gritty kind of feel to it, since like Mortal Kombat's like they got the, you know, the fire scorched emblems and like everything's kind of like a blood sport. So yeah, I'm gonna pick a piece of wood that's got really dark grain, a lot of variation to it, so like our more simplistic design will kind of shine through, but it'll be all the little details and the techniques we use that make it super unique. Yeah, so I think this is a winner. So we actually have like custom built 9-ply maple that we have pressed for us in California. It's made out of maple, so there's always a lot of variance to this. It's a nice wood and like a pretty wood, but like you got your really blonde ones, and then your panels that have like all this variation and all these knots and all these dark colors. I actually separate these out all the time, so it's like if it's meant to be a more like sleek, clean design, I use really blonde wood, and if it's meant to be kind of rustic or like edgy, I use this darker, more grainy, more detailed wood to really like help that like, I don't know, simple or rustic design show through. So it should be pretty badass. Cranked up. So this is the part that's actually a little more artistic than I think people would think. Now that I actually have it laid up on the machine and I know what the design is in my head, what we just programmed, I try to line it up to where it's like I can kind of visualize what part's going to cut out where. So now I'm using tape measure as a fucking ruler, and I'm going to bump this to where I want most of like the darker grain to line up on the carved out design. Alright, ready to go. So the grip and a lot of the outlines and all that's finished cutting, so now we're going to switch to a V-bit, and that's going to cut a lot of the detail etching into the board. So I'm pretty sure we still have some gunpowder left over from a Punisher board we did like 4 or 5 years ago. So we're gonna head to our other shop, check the closet where I think the gunpowder is at, and use it to char the Mortal Kombat emblem. Should be pretty dope. Alright, well like I said, we're heading to the little shop to try to find my little stash of gunpowder. This is actually, the one we're going to was my second shop, the one I moved into after the barn where I started everything. But yeah, now we're kind of converting it into a like prototyping content creation studio, so I'm really excited about that. Last thing we got is our, will this be out? Yeah, our fish tank to do our SpongeBob shoot. So we're slowly going to be adding all this cool shit to it to kind of build it in this little creative space and a place where we can prototype and shoot content and come up with new ideas. Alright, yeah, so if my memory serves and if office managers didn't move my shit around, it should be in this closet, but this isn't looking good. Oh, here it is.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, never mind, I was gonna see if you knew where the gunpowder was, but I found it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You at the shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if the shop burns down, it's not gunpowder related.
Yeah. Who over there?
Me and Skylar.
Okay.
Making
Okay.
a TikTok.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have fun.
Thanks.
Bye.
Be careful. Bye.
Bye. Alright, so the board is completely finished cutting out. Now we're going to take it off, pop it out, do a bunch of the other woodwork that goes into it, file it, make it clean, and then we'll be off to paint. I usually sand it right when it comes off to get all like the really fuzzy shit off, fuzzy stuff off. Now it's going to go to chamfer, where I'm going to route out this bottom edge so it has an angle so it feels better on your hand. Yeah, then we're going to run it through the brush machine, get a lot of this furry stuff off. Anything that doesn't come off in the brush machine will file off by hand. Yeah, and then airbrush. So on to chamfer. Safety first. Alright, so we just chamfered it. So it's putting that angle that I was talking about into the side of the board. Makes it so it feels more comfortable when you're grabbing the edge, and just makes a cleaner, more refined look to it. Yeah, pretty smooth. Alright, so now we got to clean up all the edges that the brush machine missed. Usually it's these deeper cavities. Some of the stuff that's just stuck on there pretty good. So I'm going to start with a folded up piece of sandpaper, and it should knock out a good bit of this. And anything it doesn't knock out will move to this metal file and kind of have to like carve off the pieces that are on there too good, too bad, I don't know. Alright, gonna do one final pass with this like really thick bristled brush. Make sure our holes are cleaned out. Alright. Ready to go to paint. So we're going to use this, probably a little red, maroon, black, probably some white little swirls in it. So the paint job's finished. Now he's got to let this dry. I can sand it all down to reveal the wood tone again on the complete surface, and then we'll burn it with some gunpowder. Alright, so I had this out in the sun for a little bit to let it bake and dry a little faster than normal. So it did a gradient. You see that? So now I'm gonna take it back over to the belt sander. We're gonna get this last like top layer skimmed off again, and it should just leave the charred, carved out center of the Mortal Kombat emblem. Should be dope. That was fun. That's crazy. It looks like the fucking Mortal Kombat emblem. Like, it's like dead on. That's nuts. Almost surprised how good it came out. It looks dope. Actually, this part looks better than I thought it would. It does have a little less of the like gritty look that I want, so we're gonna flick some blood on it, use some maroon paint, and get a little bit, make it a little less pretty. Alright, so I usually brand it earlier on so I don't have to worry about messing up any of the work I already did, but you know, making a board in a day, you kind of just do the steps when you can do them. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on what we're doing next. And as always, appreciate the support. Thanks for watching.